Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Kickoff Chaos, and in today's video, we're gonna be going in with another World Cup video, guys. The World Cup is right around the corner. 7 days as of recording. It's June 4th, I believe. So 7 days until the World Cup. Obviously, that opening game, South Africa versus Mexico. Today, we're going to be doing a tier list. We're going to be tier listing every single World Cup country in the world. I'm not going to go super into detail on every single country, guys, because, guys, I'm not some expert. I'm not some computer. I don't know everything about every single country. There's some countries where I'm actually pretty uneducated on. So let me know down in the comment section below if I say something that isn't true or, there's a country that's better than some people are saying. But for majority of the countries, I know most of the, like European, North American and South American teams, like I'm the most educated on. So yeah, we're gonna get kicked things straight off with Mexico. Also, the tiers quickly: S, A, B, C. S would just be favorites, can win the World Cup. A tier could be like dark horses. I can see them making a deep run, but they might not win the World Cup. And then B tier would be like very solid teams, but I don't think that they're that good. And then C tier mid, and then D tier would be like teams that are just happy to be there. So Mexico is gonna go into B tier. Mexico is a solid team. Obviously, host country. Mexico always does decent at World Cups. Actually, out of all North American teams, they actually do perform the best the most times. So yeah, Mexico are a good team, better than 2022 when they got grooved. But I don't think Mexico are gonna have some legendary deep run like a lot of people think that they're gonna have because I think one of their knockout games, if they do make it to the knockouts, would be in the Azteca, which could potentially be against England. I don't think they'll win that match, but I can see a world where Mexico makes. I could genuinely see a world. I can see it's very slim, but I can see a world where Mexico makes the quarterfinals, which would be fucking insane. I don't think that's gonna happen though. Next up, we have South Africa. I think South Africa is just. I'm gonna go C tier. Like I don't think they're the worst of the worst. I do think there's other worse countries, but South Africa are not that good, man. I don't think that they'll beat Mexico. I think Mexico will actually beat them comfortably. No disrespect. South Korea, uh, C tier. I mean, a lot of their best players are aging. A lot of their best players aren't in the best form, and South Africa's defense is very very mid. Czechia, Republic. I'm gonna put them top of C tier. I think Czechia is a decent team. I think that they have a lot of promising they play a decent style of football. The way they got to the World Cup was actually pretty good. They're a very physical team. They're tough to beat. I don't think teams are easily going to put like three or four past them, but I don't think that they're going to do much either. Canada, one of the host nations, I'm gonna put Canada in B tier. I think Mexico is slightly better than Canada just because Canada has a lot of injuries, but at their best, Canada is the best team in CONCACAF. Like they do have the best players, and they have the best player out of all the three squads in Alfonso Davies. He's injured. He should be back the second game, I believe. So yeah, Canada is B tier. Their second, I believe this is their fourth or third World Cup ever. So listen, Canada are gonna have a lot to prove, right? Obviously, host country, they're gonna be playing a lot of their games in Canada. They have to perform. Obviously, as a Canadian myself, I think this team is very decent. I think Canada is genuinely a top 30, maybe top 25 team. If you want to push it, they're definitely not a top 15 team, and they're definitely not one of the best teams in the world. But they are a good team. They are very young. They're very fast, and they can hit you on the counter pretty badly. So you have to actually like try to beat. It's going to be pretty difficult to beat them. Bosnia, I'm gonna put Bosnia top of C tier. Again, Bosnia is not a bad team. I just don't think that Bosnia would beat, let's say, Canada or Mexico. And so that's why I think they're above slightly. Like just because a country's in a big higher tier doesn't mean that I think that country is way better. Like no, Bosnia is a decent team, but I think Canada and Mexico are better. Qatar D tier. Nothing much to say. Switzerland beat. I'm gonna put Switzerland. I was thinking A tier for Switzerland. I don't think Switzerland is like that dark horse level though. I think there's better dark horses, and I don't think Switzerland will make it that far. But I could genuinely see a world where Switzerland makes it to the quarterfinals. I wouldn't be surprised. They have a very solid team, uh, but I think that I like this. I like this. Brazil is gonna go into S tier. A lot of people are downplaying Brazil. A lot of people are saying Brazil are not the same Brazil as they used to be. Yes, but that's just times have changed. First of all, and honestly, Brazil with Carlo Ancelotti was one of the best knockout managers of all time. With Neymar, who always performs for Brazil. I mean, Neymar always performs for Brazil. I don't think that's going to change, especially since he knows that this is his last time to actually shine, to bring the sixth star back to Brazil. Vinicius Jr. is looking really good. I know it was a friendly against Panama, but he looked incredible in that game. Rafinha is getting back in the groove. Like they have a good Mateus Cunha, Gabriel Magalhaes, Casemiro, Endrick. I don't know if Jao Pedro didn't make it. So, like, bro, they have such a good team, bro. They have such a good team. Brazil are one of the best teams in the world. Like, no matter, even Brazil at their worst is still a top 10 team in the world. Like, Brazil at their absolute worst is still a top 10, 15 team in the world, which is insane. Like, to me, the reason why I put Brazil in S tier is because their ceiling is winning the World Cup. And yes, while their floor could be getting knocked out in the round of 32, their ceiling is insanely high. They could be any team in the world. They could be France, Argentina, they could be Norway, they could be all these teams. So I'm gonna put them in S tier. Morocco is A tier. I don't think people would be surprised if Morocco made another World Cup semifinal. I don't think that's what's gonna happen, but I could definitely see a world in which Morocco are at the top, you know. Like I could see a quarterfinal run. Haiti D tier, happy to be there. Scotland C tier. Like Scotland are a decent team. I don't think that they're gonna do much. United States of America, I do think the USA is better than every single country in the C tier. I would predict them to beat all those countries. Um, yeah, USA are a decent team. Paraguay B tier. Paraguay are actually better than every team here except Switzerland. I would put Switzerland barely above Paraguay. Paraguay are one of the hardest teams to beat out of all South American teams. They have one of the best defenses in South America. They have an incredible midfield, and they're super, super effective when it comes to the counter-attacking style of football. They love to play set pieces. They're kind of like Arsenal, set piece FC. They just love throwing in the balls in the center of the pitch. Like they're a really good team. They're difficult to beat. They're difficult to break down, which is really why we don't see teams just like blow out Paraguay. So yeah, to be honest, I don't like. I could see a world where they just honestly just go absolutely crazy. Again, it's gonna be difficult, but I do see a world where that happens. Next up, we have Australia. Uh, I'm gonna put Australia in C tier. Actually, Australia always perform well in World Cups. Honestly, they're a tough team to beat. Last World Cup, they got eliminated by Argentina in the round of 16, which was a very difficult game for Argentina. Argentina actually struggled a lot. Australia was actually going to come back in that game in the last couple of minutes, but luckily the game ended beforehand. Thank the Lord, because Messi wouldn't have won the World Cup if something tragic happened. But yeah. All right, next up, last team in this group is Turkey. I think Turkey are a very good team. I'm going to put Turkey. I think Turkey are better than Canada and the United States and Mexico. But I think Paraguay, Paraguay versus Turkey, that's a very, very hard game. I think Paraguay are just slightly better because they play in a harder region and their defense and midfield are better. But Turkey have one of the best attacks in the world. Kenny Yildiz, Arda Güler, like their attack is disgusting. I'm not super educated on Turkey, but I know they have incredible players. I know they play very effective, free flowing, fast football in the attack in the third sector of the pitch. So yeah, Germany is gonna go into um Germany. What the fuck was that? Germany is gonna go into. Listen, guys, Germany are A tier. I don't think Germany are on the same level as Brazil. I think Brazil are better than Germany. I think Brazil would beat every single team below them in a knockout setting, but Brazil are up there. They are up there. Like honestly, Curacao, D tier. I'm sorry, guys. Ivory Coast. I'm gonna put Ivory Coast like here. I'll have them. I'll have them. I think they're barely better than. I think Turkey would be Ivory Coast. Ecuador. Ecuador is gonna go into A tier. I do think Ecuador is better than Germany. That might be a hot take. Take that as you will. And I do think that they are better than Morocco. Ecuador have the best defense in the world. They have an incredible midfielder, Moises Caicedo. They have Kenji Paez. They have Valencia. They have Incapie. They have Pacho. They have incredible. They have at least five plus world class players. Um, like genuinely, they have five. They have definitely three world class players, but you could have more than five that you can say they're really fucking good. So yeah, Ecuador are gonna have an incredible World Cup, and it's gonna be very very difficult to beat them in the knockouts, especially Netherlands. I'm gonna put Netherlands in A tier. Uh, yeah, Japan. I'm gonna put Japan in A tier. I think Netherlands. All these teams are around the same level. I could see a world where all these teams beat each other on any given day, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think Japan have one of the highest ceilings out of any team in the World Cup because they can beat any team, but they could also lose to any team. So but Japan and Brazil are very similar. They can beat any team, but they can also lose to any team. So yeah, Sweden. I'm gonna put Sweden in B tier. Sweden are a good team. Um, I honestly I feel like the host nations would actually beat Sweden. I don't know why. I just feel like yes, Sweden have better players on paper, like the name values, they're bigger names, but I think the host nations would find a way to beat them. Tunisia, kind of just happy to be there. I don't know too much about Tunisia. Belgium, I'm gonna put Belgium in high B tier. I was thinking A tier, but I don't think that they're quite there yet. But Belgium are very underrated. Don't be surprised if Belgium have a dark horse run. A lot of people are writing them out off, but they do look like the best they've looked since 2018. And obviously in 2018 they made it all the way to the semifinal, and they finished third that tournament. So Belgium are capable of doing something similar to that. They have a really good young squad mixed in with veteran and experienced players. They have arguably the best goalkeeper in the world, even though he hasn't been playing much, Courtois. So yeah. All right. Next up, Egypt. Egypt is C tier. Egypt is C tier around like here. I think I would put Egypt like right here. Iran, again, C tier around here. New Zealand. New Zealand are not that good, guys. Let's be honest. Spain are S tier. Spain are one of the best teams in the world. They are absolutely disgusting. Don't get it twisted. They're absolutely disgusting. What the fuck did I just do? Okay, I accidentally moved them here. Yeah. Spain, I mean, what's there to say? They have the best player in the world who's yes, he's injured, but he's gonna come up. They have Zubimendi, they have Lorente, they have Dani Olmo, they have Pedri, they have Rodri. Bro, they have such Nico Williams. They have such a good spout. Like the reason why Spain is so good is because they're so balanced around the board. Like, yes, they have the best players in the world, but they also just play so well together. They're all balanced. They all flow well with each other. Like their synergy is so good. It's like they don't need to communicate. They just know where they're gonna be. And I just think that it's gonna be very difficult to beat Spain because they're young, they're athletic, but they also have that experience in them, and they also just play the best style of football. Like I think out of any team in the world, Spain have the best style of football. Like they're possession based, but they can also play fast tempo. So it's gonna be very difficult to beat them. This is Cape Verde. Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Saudi Arabia, no. I just don't see how well Saudi Arabia does anything. Uruguay, I think Uruguay is in like the middle of these teams. Uruguay, obviously a very difficult team to beat. Obviously, it's not the same Uruguay as previous years, but it still is a sleeping giant if you do think about it. Multiple time World Cup champions, but I don't think they're gonna have it. France, S tier, probably the best team on paper in the world. I say probably because France don't play the best style of football, but they have the best players, so it kind of cancels out. But it is very difficult to beat this team, and whoever beats France in the World Cup will probably win the World Cup. If France ends up losing, a lot of people don't think that France are going to lose. A lot of people predict them to win the World Cup, but if France do end up losing, that team will probably win the World Cup because France are fucking insane. They made the last two World Cup finals. They made the Euro final in 2016. They made the World Cup quarterfinal in 2014. In 2018, they won the World Cup. Like this team in 2024 Euros and 2025 Nations League, they made semifinals. So this team is always making it deep. They are definitely, I'm going to say this now, they're definitely at least making it to the semifinals. And then from there, pick your poison. So yeah, Senegal, A tier, very, very good team. African champions. Yes, they are African champions. So yeah, Iran, Iraq, No, I'm sorry. Norway, A tier. Dark horses. Like, this team is so good. Norway is so good. Antonio Nusa, Oscar Bob, Sorlop, Odegaard, Holland. They have Stranded Larson, I think, as well. That's his name. They have six plus amazing players. They have a good coach. They're the most one of the most effective attacking teams in the world. Their defense are solid. Their midfield is very, very good. This team is going to be insanely difficult to beat. Not only are they all physical as fuck, but they're all 6+3. So the set piecing ability is going to be there. They can score in multiple different ways. They have the best center forward in the world in Holland, who, if you give him one slight opportunity, he will convert. So it's very difficult to beat Norway. They're definitely a top 15 team in the world. Argentina, I'm gonna put Argentina top of S tier. A lot of people are talking about all these other teams, like the European teams, Brazil. Other teams are saying like Colombia, Japan, Norway are gonna have this insane like World Cup. But to me, Argentina are still the best team in the world. They've proven it time and time again. Copa America champions back to back, World Cup champions, finalissima champions. Like Argentina haven't lost a tournament since 2021. In the last 6 years, they've only lost five times. Um, 90% of those losses have come to only South American teams. So Argentina doesn't lose to European teams. And if they do, it's very difficult. Now, the reason why I think Argentina are the best team in the world, and I think that they're most likely going to go back to back, is because Argentina can beat you in multiple different ways. They can have tight games, but beat you by one goal, or they can go to penalties and beat you, or they can outscore you. They can score two goals on you, just like they did in France in that first half in the World Cup final. They can just humiliate you like they did against Italy in that finalissima. Like Argentina are such an effective team, and that's thanks to Scaloni, who they have the best coach in international football. So not only are they the hardest team to beat, but they have the best coach in international football. They have the best goalkeeper in international football with Emi Martinez. I mean, he's a chico when it comes. Like it's almost impossible to beat Argentina because yeah, sure you can try and beat them in 90, but they might just score and just beat you before then. If you go with the penalties, you're gonna lose. So this team is so complete. They have incredible players. I mean, the midfield is one of the most balanced in the world. The Paul McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, Nico Paz is making a name for himself. Almada, like bro, Julian Alvarez. They still have Lautaro Martinez off the bench. They obviously have Messi, Cuti Romero, Tagliafico is always good for this team. Like this team is just so good. Paredes, Lo Celso off the bench. Bro, this team is so fucking good. A lot of people think that they're gonna have a mid World Cup because they're older or they're washed and they don't care that much. What the fuck? What are you talking about, bro? This team, their only goal is ever winning the World Cup. If they went back to back, they know they are the greatest team of all time. No ifs, ands, or but. It is unnegotiable. Like they are the greatest team of all time if they win another World Cup, guys. Like, what could you even say? Four World Cups? Are you really gonna sit here and tell me that they're not the greatest of all time with four World Cups, two back-to-back World Cups, two Copa America back-to-backs, and a finally like that's five trophies in 6 years. We've never seen that before. This would be like the greatest dynasty in the history of soccer that we'll probably ever see. So a lot is right on the line. They have a lot of pressure, obviously, because they are the defending world champions. So yeah, I don't agree with any of the bullshit that people are saying that Argentina are not like what they used to be. That's what people used to say, and then they won the World Cup. People were down on them, and then they won the World Cup. Like now that they've already done it, they know how to do it again. So yeah, Algeria, decent team. I'm gonna put them low B tier. Austria B tier, very solid team. They press a lot. Jordan are decent. Portugal are going into S tier. Portugal are an incredible team. It just is what it is. DR Congo, C tier. Uzbekistan, C tier. Colombia, A tier. My country, Colombia, is one of the best teams in the world, and they could be any team in the world. Yes, you heard that here. Copa America finalist 2024, barely losing to the defending world champions, and they could have won that game. They play every single world class team tight. I know that they lost some friendlies, but first of all, it's a friendly. We can only take so much from that. But in those games where they scored against France, they played very good against Croatia. Should have actually won that game if Luis Suarez didn't miss an open net. A lot of context was missing in those games, so a lot of people think Colombia just got destroyed. But no, if you actually watch those games, you know that Colombia was competitive. And at the recent friendly, they look really, really good. They have James Rodriguez, Richard Rios, Davinson Sanchez, Luis Diaz. They have such a good team. Munoz, Arias, like bro, they have like Carrascal. They have a really, really good team, and they all play for the badge. They all play for the badge. If Colombia locks in, they're gonna have a lot of home crowd support, obviously because there's a lot of Colombians in North America. If they just play how they should, if they play at their absolute best, this team will make a deep run. Semifinals, if they play at their absolute best, I can see this team making it to the World Cup final. And then at that point, it's a flip of a coin. So yeah, Colombia are an incredible team. England is gonna go into S tier. Actually, no. Actually, yes. England are going to go into S tier. I think England are the worst team in S tier, but they do deserve to be in S tier just because of the track record, guys. A lot of these, you have to look at the track record. Yes, current form is important, but you also have to look at how they've placed at previous tournaments. Euros, they made back-to-back Euro finals, lost obviously, which is tragic. I mean, you didn't get a single win, but anyways, that's besides the point. Back-to-back Euro finals, they made the semifinal 2018, losing to the eventual finalists in Croatia, who got destroyed in the final by France, but they still made the semifinal. And then 2022 World Cup, they lost to the eventual finalists. So the last two times England have been to the World Cup, they've only lost to the eventual finalists, which is kind of funny and ironic because if whichever team, like let's say a team beats England, that team will probably make it to the final. They'll actually probably lose just because that's happened the last two times. But England are a very good team. You know, a lot of controversial call ups, a lot of big name players that weren't called up. Trent, Cole Palmer, Foden. Listen, I don't think it's that crazy. Those guys were not having the best of seasons, guys. And Thomas Tuchel knows what he's doing. I mean, this guy's he is a knockout style manager. He's one of the best in the world. He knows how to get the best out of his team when it matters. So I think that he knows what to do. Like we're just like a lot of people were saying that he doesn't know what he's doing. First of all, you're a casual. You didn't actually watch the games because you know that those players that he didn't call up weren't that good and probably wouldn't have provided much for the national team. Because if you've been on dog shit form for that long, you know, unless your name is James Rodriguez, you're not just going to transition that play and just start playing crazy internationally. So yeah, Croatia, I'm gonna put Croatia in A tier. Croatia are always a team that has to be respected. They've made the last two World Cup semifinals. They made the final in 2018. Sorry, they haven't made the last two World Cup semifinals because in 2018 they made the final. And then in 2022 they got third place. So second, third, the last two World Cups. Who knows? Maybe this time they actually win it. It will be first, third, second, which will be fucking. I mean, if Croatia wins the World Cup, that has to be the greatest like run ever. I mean, bro, like the track record from 2018, it would be like the trilogy. Like 2018, they make the final, they lose, they get destroyed. 2022, they have a bit of an off year compared to like they got to the final, so they probably were expecting to win it that time, and then lastly they actually win it. That would be crazy. Ghana, uh, Ghana is, I'm sorry, guys. Ghana's mid, and then Panama is happy to be there. So yeah, that's my tier list. I'm quickly just gonna rearrange S and A. So I think Argentina is better than France, Spain. I would have it in this order. I would have it, yeah, I would have it in that order for S tier. I think Brazil would beat Portugal and England if they faced off, and I think Ecuador. I think Colombia is the best team out of all these teams. I would put Colombia, Ecuador. I would put Norway above Japan. I would put Norway here. I think Morocco is the worst team out of all these. Yeah, that's how I would have it. That's how I would have it. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about the tier list. Like and subscribe. Let me know down who do you guys think is winning the World Cup. Any disagreements? I think this is a pretty valid like reason in tier list. Like obviously, like if you're C tier, that doesn't mean you're shit. It just means compared to the top teams, you would probably get destroyed. There's always going to be teams that are made at the World Cup, guys. There's 48 teams. Obviously, all 48 teams can't be in contention to win it all. That wouldn't make any sense. There's realistically 5 to 10 teams that can win it all. And then beyond that would be like actually like legendary Cinderella runs. So yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, guys. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, guys. Peace out.